Good day, everyone, and welcome to Home at the Hollow. I'm just going to share a wee bit of a shortcut of a recipe for you. And the reason being is that, well, with the holidays coming up, and maybe some of you doing a little bit more baking than normal, I know I have a bundt pan, and it goes kind of beyond a bundt pan. It has more divots and cracks and crevices than you can imagine, and it takes a good bit to get it to turn out. But as I've watched over the years, I've watched people use these can sprays, and I've seen them, and whatever pan it is that they're using, they'll hold it in the pan into the sink, take their spray, and which that's all fine and well, because I personally wouldn't want a bunch of spray going everywhere on my glass, in my lungs, on my counter. And I thought, there's got to be a better way. So even though I have this here for my more complex pans, and like my loaf pans, as you can see, I have a couple of things cooling off here. It's just having this in your pantry is just too easy. And the recipe is so simple. So instead of using a big tablespoon or whatever of butter and smearing it all into your pan and then flouring in your pan, this is combining all of those elements into one dish. But it's very simple. A half a cup, a half a cup, a half a cup, or a cup, however much you want to make. But I'm going to do half a cup here. I'm going to do one here. Now this is a half a cup of flour, and I've taken my little whisk and made sure there was no big lumps or anything in it. I'm going to add a half a cup of vegetable oil. Half a cup, if I can get to it. Half a cup of vegetable oil, and let's see if I've already had one incident in the kitchen today with splattering myself and getting this just mix it up a little bit with your flour. If I can get this, it's really loose. This will hold on your pantry, or depending on the temperature of your kitchen, of course. But in essence, it's basically flour, oil, and shortening, and a half a cup of shortening. Now if you want to use the big tub of shortening, and if you want to measure that out, you go for it and you do you. But I like to use the sticks. They're a little bit cleaner, and I like to use the butter flavored. But again, if you have just plain shortening, that's totally fine too. And half a cup of the shortening, and I will see, because I know I'm not going to be able to blend that with my little whisk. And you just blend and you blend. And blend I did. It took quite a bit of going, and I kind of figured you guys didn't really want to be bored with that. But just scrape your bowl, and this is what you have. As long as you have a pastry brush to brush into the cracks and crevices of your cake pan, your loaf pan, whatever it is that you want or that you're using. I'm going to just put this in a mason jar. But what I'm going to do virtually the same thing, but with cocoa powder. I have dark cocoa powder. If you have just regular cocoa powder, that's okay too. But that's for all of those chocolate cakes that you might be making this fall and winter. But it's just half a cup of cocoa, half a cup of oil, and half a cup of shortening. And there you go. It is just so simple, guys. It is just so simple. I have actually bought not only the oil sprays, but I have bought the spray where it's basically, in essence, this. It is, you know, your oil. I don't know what kind of oil they put in there, and the flour. And I've used it before. And it's also, I guess, because the mixture has flour in it, it has also clogged on me before. And here I am with a half a can, and I'm trying to clean the nozzle to no avail. And I said, I'm not going to do that again. Now, if you put this in the refrigerator, then it will last longer than the 2 to 3 months if you just leave it sitting on your counter. So I hope this helps all of you guys. And I have dropped a link below to my banana bread that I'm getting ready to slice into. But, you know, I just want to save as much money as I can. And I know the cost of this has gone up. I have not costed the other that has the flour and the shortening or oil in it. That's the spray. I haven't costed it because I haven't bought it since, gosh, a year or two ago when it clogged up on me. I said, I'm not going to do that again, and I'm not going to throw that away. But my last memory that I bought this was almost $2.50, $2.60. And honestly, I haven't costed this up. Half a cup of flour, half a cup of oil, and your shortening. And it's just that simple. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope you join me again here, home at the Hollow. Bye, guys.